Start recording. Stop recording.
Hey
Button.
everybody! Oh my god, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Hi. Hey. I have been gone for a very long time and with it's been crazy. Okay? Since the last time you guys saw me, um, like I said, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I just decided to make a video because I need to. Because it's been 3 months. Almost, well, yeah, like 3 months. Last time I saw you guys was in April, and a lot of shit has happened. So this is going to be like a update catch up video. It might be a little lengthy, but so what? So what, missy? Blood clot. Alright, my boy and my gal. Okay, so last time you guys saw me, sorry y'all, I'm eating chips. I know it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm eating chips. It's like 4:30, something, 4:40. And I'm eating chips. And drinking apple juice. Okay, so let's get into some things. So, last time you guys saw me, I was doing my little dialysis chronicles. I was doing like kind of like regular videos on things are the things. My gal. What was that? Okay, let me get out of that. Okay. So I was doing a lot of things. And what I didn't mention to you guys, okay, alright, here's some right here. Oh, that was kind of nasty. What I didn't tell you guys was I was doing workups for transplant. Because if you guys didn't know, I am a stage 5 kidney failure survivor. Oh, the apple juice is so good. It's so cold, so good. Sorry. Yes, I'm a stage 5 kidney failure survivor. Now I've been doing dialysis for about 7 months. Show you guys, I got chips in my teeth. I've been doing dialysis for about 7 months. If you're new to my channel, if you're thinking like, oh, something may not be right with you, may not be looking in the camera, his eyes are closed, I'm blind. I am blind. But for those of you who know that I am blind, a couple things were happening. So I went to Jackson Memorial in Miami to do the workup for my kidney transplant. It was a Thursday. Was it a Thursday? Yeah, it was a Thursday. So I went to do the kidney workup. It was all day. It was very tiring. So the next day, I go to dialysis because I have dialysis on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So next day I go to dialysis, and like midway during my treatment, one of the nurses come up and they were like, we're gonna finish out your treatment, but you have to go to the hospital straight after this. And I'm like, what happened? What's wrong? They're like, we don't know. Your nephrologist and Jackson Memorial sent something over saying that you need to get to the hospital immediately. But they needed me, sorry, to finish my treatment, my dialysis treatment. I'm like midway through the treatment, blood's out of me, the whole thing. Well, my mom comes to get me from dialysis. She's so upset because it seems like every time my mom has a day off, something really bad happens to me, and she has to like, not saying, that she doesn't want to, but sometimes she just wants to rest, and I completely understand that. So she was like telling me like she doesn't understand why these things keep happening. I had to realize at that point that I wasn't the only. I'm physically the one going through the pain, but my mom also having her own little struggles and pains with what's going on also. So, is it your No, honey, that shit was trying to make me have it. So I get to the hospital Friday afternoon, at like 3. They check me in. At this point, we still don't know what's going on. So we sit in the hospital. They hook me up with IV and this, and that, and blah, 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 the regular shit that they do. Then about 2 hours later, they come in there telling me that they're admitting me. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm in the hospital again. Little did I know. So, they come to tell me that. Like, hours go by. Maybe like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours go by. At this point, it's really late. Mind you, I just had dialysis. So I'm kind of tired, kind of drained. I haven't had anything to eat all day. The last time I ate was around, let me see, like probably 9 o'clock that morning, because I was, at that point in time, I was going to dialysis at, my chair time was at 10:15, so usually I would get up and eat around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Sorry, y'all. So, I'm still sitting in the hospital. These nurses keep coming in, coming out of the room, asking me why I'm there. At dialysis, they gave me a folder. They gave me a folder of stuff that my nephrologist, shout out to Dr. Sai, that he had faxed over to them for me to give to the hospital. So these nurses are coming in and out. They're asking me why I'm there. We're handing them the folder. They're like, oh, okay. So we're like, okay, do you know why we're here? And they're like, no. Which, well, I found out later why they were telling me no. So, it's like 12:30 in the morning at this point in life. I finally get up to a room. It's a fabulous room as far as everyone told me. I had the biggest room on the floor. Shouts out to my mom for working at the hospital for getting me those digs. I had a really big, huge room, real roomy, it had a couch, I had a fridge. Like, only thing it was missing was, like, the stove for me to, like, cook food. Like, that's the only thing was, like, pretty much missing. So I get into the room. The guy pushed me up. He was like, dang, what did you do to get this room? I'm like, I don't know. Is it nice? He was like, yeah, you can't see it. I'm like, nope, I'm blind. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. So funny. People always tell me that. As soon as I tell them that I'm blind, they're like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Like, they did it. Like, girl, you didn't do it. Like, it's my fault. Or whoever's fault. Sidebar. So I get up to the room. My mom's really tired. So my mom, she tells me, good night, I'll see you tomorrow and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So this story is very long. It's a lot of twists and turns in this story. It's crazy. So, as my mom leaves, the charge nurse comes in, the nurse's assistant comes in, and they're explaining what's going on and blah, blah, blah. And I'm asking them, do you guys know why I'm here? And everybody's like, oh, no, we don't know why you're here. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? Like, why does nobody know I'm here? So at this point, I'm aggravated. So then the nurse comes in. She's like, okay, we have to give you a second IV because one of the IVs you're going to be doing a heparin drip in, and the other IV we're going to be putting like all the medicines and stuff through because they can't mix it. The IV drip I was going to be on constantly, and they need another IV to put like any medicines that they need to put in there, anything that went wrong for pain and mind you, still I don't know what's going on. So They do an IV in my hands, which I hate getting IVs in my hand, but I'm used to needles now, so it's just like, whatever. Got my nipples pierced. I've had a belly button piercing. I had snake bites. I had a Monroe. Had my septum pierced. I had dermals in my cheeks. So I'm like, at this point, child, you can't be afraid of needles. So you know what? That happens. Go back a little bit. When I get to the hospital, initially my blood pressure is really high. So with the IV that was already in my arm, they were giving me medicines through there, and it was making it come down a little bit. But my blood pressure was being really stubborn because I was kind of really aggravated. I was feeling bad about everything that was going on. I was nervous. I didn't know I was there. Nobody was telling me why I was there. It was just a lot of bullshit. So, yeah. So, sorry. Apple juice. So, you guys, all that happens the next day, the doctor comes in. My doctor, once again, shout out to Dr. Sai, my nephrologist. He's the bomb. He's like the best doctor like I think I've ever had in life. Shout out to him. So he comes in, he was like, do you know why you're here? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no. Like, no one would tell me. He was like, good, because I want to be the one to tell you what was going on. Listen to this, gang. Gather around, children. Zip it. Listen. He's like, you have a blood clot in your heart. And I'm thinking to myself, a blood clot to the heart? Like, people die from that? Like, don't people die from having blood clots to their heart and stuff like that? Like, at this point, I'm just like, whoa. Like, whoa, what's going on? So he's like, yes, you have a blood clot to your heart. We don't know how long it's been there. We do know it's the size of a quarter, I believe they say it's a quarter, size of a quarter. It was a big, blood clot. They don't know how long it's been there. They don't know, like, did it just happen when I went to the workup yesterday? Have I been walking around with it for months? What's going on? They didn't know. So he's like, you could be dead. We're trying to figure out now why you're not dead, because once a blood clot goes to your heart, usually people don't survive but minutes after that happens. And that was like a big eye opener, like a huge eye opener to me, about what was going on and stuff like that. I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I could be dead. Like, I could have been dead. And then all the stuff leading up to that, arguing with my family, arguing with my friends, doing like all that stuff that was just adding onto what was going on. And I could have been dead. Like, I really could have been dead, stressing about family, stressing about friends, just stuff. I hope this is not recording. Sorry guys, I just woke up. I was just thinking about all the stuff that could have killed me at that point. So, it was a crazy time in the hospital after that. I was on that, like I said, a heparin drip. A heparin is like a blood thinner. It thins out like the blood clots and things of that nature. And they were giving it to me so it would thin out that blood clot that was in my heart. It was crazy. They were taking my blood 6 times a day. If you guys don't know about dialysis, let me go back a little bit and then bring you back up to speed. I have a port in this arm. I have a port here in my chest, which I probably showed you guys a million times. If you've seen my dialysis chronicles, you've probably seen me attempt to show you guys my my port that's here. Yeah, so they can't draw blood out of the arm where I have my fistula. A fistula is a little device that connects a vein in one of your main arteries so they can do the dialysis, and it has to mature for a couple months, anything, you can use it. But I've been having like a lot of complications. I'm finally using my fistula after, I don't know, 6 months. You're only supposed to let it mature for about 3 months, maybe 3.5 months, but no longer. But it's been 6 months. I haven't been able to use it, but I'm finally able to use it now. Thank God. So they're not allowed to take. I have my fistula in my left arm, so they're not allowed to draw any blood, take any blood pressure, anything out of my left arm. So they can only use my right arm. So my poor right arm was going through it. My hand, my arm, like they were taking blood out of any place where they can find it. Like it was insane. Insane. It ended up giving me a PICC line from one of my veins in my arm up here. That was giving them blood, for a little bit, but then, it stopped working, so they had to, they were kind of using that as a place where they would put, like, my medicine and stuff, in my arm. But let me back up a little bit. So, I was in the hospital for a week. Let me back up a little bit more. I was in the hospital for about 3 days at this point. They were remember I told you they gave me an IV in my hand. I was in the hospital for about 3 days, so it was that Monday. I went to go close my right hand, and it wouldn't budge. Mind you guys, I can't see, so I don't know what's going on. I'm like, why can't I close my hand? It's painful. What's going on? So the nurse that morning comes in, and she was like, oh my God, what's wrong with your hand? And I'm like, what's wrong with my hand? She was like, it's so big. It looks like a balloon, like someone's blown up your hand. Mind you, that whole weekend, my blood pressures were like in stroke areas, like 230 over 190. Like, I'm in the heart attack stroke area for my blood pressures. So the lady said, oh my God, I think your IV infiltrated. The medicine that's supposed to be going to in your veins are just going to your hand, and now it's in your tissues. And from my hand, if you guys can see it, I can't see, so I can't say you guys about looking at. From my hand to about here in my arm was swollen like a balloon. So that to take that IV out, my mom was pissed. My mom works at the hospital, so my mom was like, how did you guys let this happen? Like, I want to know all the names of the nurses who were here on the weekend. Like, what the hell? Like, what in the blood clot is going on? So, that happens. They give me another IV. They started giving, they had to give me the PICC line now because they needed a place to put the draw blood and put the medicine in. So, they give me the PICC line here. I actually met the lady again when I did my surgery for my fistula a couple weeks ago. I actually met her again. She's a really lovely lady, really nice lady. So fast forward. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Fast forward to a week into me being in the hospital. Had been there a week. I was feeling fabulous. I was getting fabulous treatment other than, the sticking with the needles, the drawing the blood almost like 6 times a day. I was having a fabulous time in there. All the nurses were very sweet. All the nurses assistants. Shout out to the nurses that were there. Nurse Melissa, Minerva. I know I'm missing some people. Oh my God. My favorite, how can I forget her name? Oh my God, my favorite nurse's assistant. Oh my gosh, I loved her. I cannot believe I forgot her name. But shout out to all those people who took care of me while I was in the hospital. You guys did a fabulous job. You guys really made me feel like I was at home. And things of that nature. So fast forward, I'm feeling fabulous. I'm about to get out the hospital in like a day. That Sunday, I just started feeling really bad. Like, really, 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 really bad. And, I couldn't eat at all that whole entire Sunday. I could not eat. So, I didn't eat anything. They were coming to get the food. And like, you don't want any of the food? I'm like, no, I don't really have an appetite. I was just at that point just drinking water. Mind you, I really already wasn't eating a lot. Due to like the dialysis and stuff, you really don't eat a lot. Like due to like a lot of my health issues that I do have, I don't really eat a lot. I just kind of eat for, nutrients and stuff like that, but I really don't really like to eat a lot of stuff like that. So I stopped eating like probably that Saturday night. That's probably like my last little meal I had was that Saturday night. So Monday I'm about to get out. My nurse comes in. She's like, "You don't look good at all. Like you look a little sick." So I'm like, "What? I look sick? Oh my god! Like, I don't eat nothing that's gonna hinder me from getting out of this fucking hospital today. I'm getting out today. No other time today. I'm getting out." She takes my temperature. My temperature is 106. Sis, you're not going anywhere. Sis, you're going to be here. So, mind you, Mondays I have dialysis. So the lady was like, "Are you sure you feel okay?" I was really feeling okay. I was a little tired, but I was feeling okay. I felt a little hot, but I wasn't like, "Oh, I'm burning up," blah, 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 blah. So they're like, "Are you sure you're going to be good to go to dialysis in a little bit? Because they're going to come and get you in a little bit." So I'm like, "Yeah, like I'll be able to go to dialysis. I'm good." You guys, I get to dialysis. Girl, I don't know what happened. My head was hurting. My eyeballs were hurting. I was hot. I was sweating. My blood pressures were through the roof. The people who did dialysis, they were kind of scared. They're like, "Oh my God, what's going on? Your blood pressures are out of control. You should be having a stroke or at least a heart attack at this moment." And this is what they're telling me. So they called the nurse, my nurse, who was my nurse that morning, that day, until probably like the nighttime, because they do like 12-hour shifts. So she's like, "Okay, we're going to do a rapid response." For those of you who don't know what a rapid response is, it's something the doctors and nurses do. There's a whole bunch of people come in and examine you, like maybe like 4 or 5 people, nurses, doctors. They come in and examine you, see what's wrong, and they come up with a solution of what to do. It's like almost like it's an emergency, so they call it a rapid response. So they do that. One of the doctors who knows my mom was like, "Oh my God, just AJ," like people who've known me. I almost worked there for 17 years, so people kind of know me, from just growing up around the hospital. So they're like, "Okay, we're gonna give him blood pressure medication. We're gonna give him morphine." They give me blood pressure medication. They give me the morphine. It helps a little bit. My head's still pounding. My eye, my head, my blood clot body, everything, blood clot hurt. Oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. Like it was crazy. No position I got in was like comfortable. Then I had like this really bad backache. Like it was in blood clot sin. You hear me? Blood clot sin, insane. So after that happens, I end up not doing my full treatment for dialysis because they were just really scared that what was going to happen. They had done enough. They had cleaned my blood and stuff like that. I didn't have a lot of fluid intake, stuff like that. So they kind of took me off early, which was cool because I needed to go relax, do something. Like I needed something. So I go back to my room. My mom's there by this point, because dialysis is 4 hours. My mom gets off at 1:30. I went to dialysis around maybe like 8. No, a little later than 8. Maybe like 9:30, 10. They were kind of like trying to keep it like how I would regularly go to dialysis, which was cool. So they're like telling my mom what's going on, and I had a rapid response, blah blah blah. I got this fever, and it would not break. fast forward to Friday. Everything wasn't good. Mind you, I still haven't ate anything from Sunday to now it's Friday. So now, like, I'm literally, like, my body's literally living off the fat that's in my body because I have not eaten anything. Maybe like a piece of egg or something like that, but it was all coming. Every time I would eat something, it would come up. So I was afraid to eat. I didn't really have an appetite. Like, I was tired of, like, throwing up. So I just was like, fuck it all. So fast forward to Friday, I do my dialysis treatment. They finally get my blood pressure down a lot. It was still a little elevated, but it wasn't to the point where I was in stroke levels. So I do dialysis. I felt kind of like a little weak, but still I was able to do so. I'm really independent. I'm really headstrong. Like, you cannot stop me. Like once I have something in my head, it's pretty much there. So I do that. I do dialysis, so I go back to my room. So my nurse came in and was like, "Do you need anything?" She's a Jamaican woman. I loved her. She was so nice to me, like so sweet, so nice to me. Shout out Miss Minerva at Wellington Regionals. I really love her. If any of her grandchildren watch me, anybody, her children, anybody, like, tell her the patient Ahmad James loves her boots. So she comes in, she's like, "You need anything, pick me," being really nice and stuff like that. And I'm like, no. I was like, I'm going to get up and use the restroom. I was kind of connected to some things. So she unconnected me. She was like, "Are you sure you don't need my help?" Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. So, she's a nurse, so she's in the room doing things, making sure, like, my bed linens don't need to be changed or anything like that. So, things that the nurses do. So, girl, I go into that bathroom. Last thing I remember is sitting down in that toilet and peeing a little bit. The last thing I remember is hearing ringing. Remember this ringing because it's going to come up again. Ringing in my ears. That's what I hear. Like a ringing. It was like a feeling like you were about to faint. Next thing you know, blood clot me wake up in my bed, bitch, and I was butt naked. Like, butt ass naked. Butt ass naked, no gown on, no drawers on, no nothing. I was butt ass naked. I'm not saying that, your boy got a gigantic, penis, but I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good for what I need it for. Alright. Yeah. So, I wake up, I'm butt ass naked, and I got all these, ice packs on me. I'm like, what the fuck? What in the fuck happened? Like, what the hell happened? So, now the nurses realize that I've waken up. She's like, "Oh, pick me, alright." And I'm like, "Yeah, but what happened?" She said, "Blood clots." She's not supposed to say that, but we cool. That's my dog. That's my blood cleats, dog. So, she's like, "Pick me. You've been out for 4 hours." I'm like, "I've been out for 4 hours. I've been out for 4 hours. You kidding me?" I was like, "Okay. What happened?" She was like, "I don't know." She was like, "You were in the bathroom." She's like, "I heard a thump. Then when I knocked on the door, you didn't respond, so I went in and you were on the floor." I had fainted and possibly had a seizure. It was crazy. That was insane. Mind you, I still haven't eaten, so they're trying to make me eat. They bring me graham crackers and stuff. I eat a bite of the graham cracker, it comes up. Only thing at that point I was able to really keep down was water and apple juice, so that's what I was kind of sustaining with life on. Fever was still at 106. They couldn't break the fever. I'm sitting in the bed with all these ice packs on me. My room is freezing cold, but I'm hot. I'm hot now. Like, excuse me. That's so nasty of me to burp. But now I'm hot. So it's like, wow, like, what the fuck is going on? So, fast forward, they break my fever. It's now Monday. The fever breaks. And even when the fever breaks, you still have to stay in the hospital. To they make sure that it's not going to come back. So what ends up happening is my fever ends up breaking. So Tuesday I get out of the hospital. I'm feeling good, but still kind of bad and weak because I haven't eaten anything in now a week and some change. So Tuesday I get home, I feel terrible. I cannot eat anything. Only thing I can keep down is the apple. My mom went to Walmart, got me some apple juice, because by the time I got out, places like Whole Foods, were closed. So I got apple juice, but I wasn't able to eat anything. But I was craving ice cream, but I didn't eat that ice cream. It's crazy. So, Wednesday comes, and that morning, my little cousins usually come over in the morning to catch the bus to school. My little cousins come over. They're helping me because I'm so weak. I can't even do anything. I can barely even put the cover across me. Like at this point, because I'm just really weak from no nutrients, not being able to eat. So fast forward to later on that night, my mom's like, AJ, you have to eat something. So she was like, I'll make you some mashed potatoes. It's really light. Let's see if you can keep it down. My mom comes and gets me. She's like, AJ, come to the table. The mashed potatoes are done. So I struggle to make it to. I'm telling you guys, I am stumbling. I make it to the table. I sit down. I started to feel like I had to faint a little bit, but I was like, okay, I'm good. So my mom's like, AJ, my mom's feeding me because once again, I'm so weak, I can't even pick up a spoon. With mashed potatoes on it, you guys know how light mashed potatoes are. Like, I couldn't even pick up a spoon with mashed potatoes on it. So, I'm like, oh my God. So, you guys, we do that. My mom's feeding me the mashed potatoes, and all of a sudden, I have to throw up. I'm like, Mom, I gotta throw up, bring a garbage, or it's gonna be on the floor. So Mom brings the garbage, I am throwing my guts up. Oh my God, throwing my guts up. Mind you, I haven't eaten anything, so the only thing that could be coming up is the apple juice and that little spoonful of fucking mashed potatoes that I just ate. So, my blood clot. I try to stand up, I can't. My knees are weak. So, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I start to feel like I'm about to faint, and I'm like, Mom, I feel like I'm going to faint. Mom's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to just sit here, but I do feel like I'm going to faint. Mom's like, okay, I'm right here. So, you guys, here's the ringing again. Like, this ringing in my ear. And it's getting louder and louder and louder until the next thing you know, I was sitting in a chair and I was talking to an EMT guy. I had no idea who I was, where I was. The guys asked me, like, do you know who you are? I'm like, no. He's like, do you know where you are? I'm like, no. Mind you, I'm scared. I can't remember anything. I don't know what my name is. I can't really remember, like, where I'm at. And then I'm blind, so I'm trying to figure out, like, why are my eyes... I know my eyes are open, but I can't see anything out of them. I don't realize that I'm blind. Like, it's just, like... It's a lot of stuff. So they ended up taking me back to the hospital. I was at the hospital a day. One day. Went back. Basically what happened is I had a little seizure, and then I had a big seizure in my mother's arms. She was so scared. Like, she was crying because I couldn't remember who I was and stuff like that. And then I was speaking in the English accent, which was... I didn't know what was going on, but when I woke up, I was speaking in this accent, and I did not notice that is what was going on. This is one of the doctors were like, oh, so you're from the UK? And I'm like, no, why do you say that? She's like, because you have an accent. And I'm like, no, I don't. I do not have an accent. She was like, yeah, you do. You sound English. I was like, yeah, I am speaking English. She said, no, you're sounding English like you're from the UK English. Mind you, my mom didn't say anything about it. I'm thinking she just didn't want to, like, freak me out, or, you know, she probably thought I was just doing, like, one of my characters that I fondly sometimes do in my house, even. So she probably just thought I was just, you know, playing around and stuff like this. So she didn't say anything about it, but one of the nurses did. So that's what made me notice that I was speaking in an English accent. Then one of my friends called me and was like, Asia, why you talking like this? You know, one of my ghetto friends was like, Asia, why you talking like this? Like, what's going on, girl? Like, what's tea, bitch? Like, you know, what's going on? Like, they're trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on. I don't hear an accent. So I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I hear myself how I hear myself right now, but they were hearing an English accent like I was from the UK. And I could not understand why. People kept asking me, oh, are you from the UK? No, I'm not. What are you guys talking about? The whole time I'm speaking like I'm a bloody freaking Englishman, you know? That was just so good. So, I had to stay in the hospital for about 3 days until they figured out, like, you know, I wasn't going to faint anymore and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was a really crazy experience. You guys, that experience opened my eyes to so many things. There were so many friends that didn't reach out to me that I'm no longer friends with. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't, that's a whole nother video. I'm going to make a video about that. Trust me. But people did not reach out to me. It was almost like people didn't care. I used to be there for people in their darkest times, and no one reached out to me, except for a few people. But those people who didn't reach out to me, I am no longer friends with them. If any, you know, people on here that are my friends that see these videos and stuff like that, you know, friends out there, they know I hung out with a crew of people. I am no longer friends with any of those people, but a few people. And those are the people who reached out, was making sure I was okay. Shout out to my best friend, Tariq, the Boom. Shout out to his sister, my sister, Shanice, my brother LJ, and his family. My two friends, Therese and Sharice, my sisters from mother, Mr. Therese and Sharice, who came and, like, you know, made sure I was okay. And shout out to all the people who did reach out, you know, all of the people who were, you know, not close friends, were, you know, acquaintances, friends and stuff that I've never. Shout out to those people who reached out to me and was making sure I was okay. And also shout out to the bitches who didn't reach out to me. Fuck you. I wish you the best in life as much as I can, but fuck y'all bitches. You bitches, I've forgiven you bitches, but I don't fuck with you bitches and never will fuck with you bitches ever again. But I'm going to make a whole video about that because, you know, this video probably getting a little lengthy. But what I gathered and learned out of that experience is life is really short. You could be here today and be gone tomorrow. Things could be going on in your body that you just don't even know that can kill you, that is slowly killing you. It's good to go to the doctor. Get yourself a checkup. Make sure you're okay. Go get yourself tested. Go, like, anything that's wrong with you, go to the hospital. Check it out. Maybe it's just not an ache. Maybe it's just not this. Maybe it's just not that. And mind you guys, I didn't have any symptoms of, like, anything was wrong. I was having shortness of breath. Sorry, I'm talking real fast. I didn't have any shortness of breath. I didn't have any heartaches or pangs, or I was extra tired. I was actually feeling amazing at that point. And something was terribly wrong with me. And it's just good to go get an annual checkup. Go to get yourself annually checkup. Go to your primary doctor. Do those things, like, make sure you're healthy. Like, I just wish there were so many things that I wish I would have done prior to all this stuff happening, prior to me losing my vision a year ago. Prior to all this, I just wish there were precautions. There were things, there were big signs everywhere, you know, just right in my face, and I didn't take any of them. I was on a mission of making money and being, keeping up a reputation and doing this and doing that, and I forgot about my health. And I just want you guys to take out of this that life is short. Make sure you're okay. Love those who want to be in your life. Love those who make time for you and want to be in your life. Don't chase any fucking body. But my next video is going to be on, those people who didn't, reach out to me. It's cool, but it's fuck you. But, just take care of you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your children. Take care of people in your family. Love on the people who want to be in your life. This video, I just want to give you guys a little update because I have been gone. I know some of you guys are like, well, damn, he was making videos like every other day. And now I'm not getting anything. Yeah, that was why. I was going through so much shit. I was going through so much hurt and pain. Physically, my health was kind of deteriorating for a little bit. Things were like really, really going on, really crazy. Things are a little better now. I've kind of found like my inner peace. I know like I've been doing really fabulous. I'm really happy. I'm in a very stable place in life right now. But those things happen, and those things happen to everybody. Just stay prayed up. Pray to God every day. Keep your vibe, your energy good. Like, it'll all work out for you. I promise. Like, it will all work out for you. But thank you guys for watching my video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my page if you haven't already. Tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell your friends, tell like everybody about me. I'm a really cool person. I am going to start remaking my videos like every other day, doing like posts for you guys like every other day. There's so much stuff I have to talk about. There's so many things I want to touch on. So many things have happened that I have not been able to, really touch on because I've been extremely busy with like transplant and all that good stuff. And speaking of transplant, thank God. Actually, I'll do another video about transplant. But thank you guys for watching me. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. For all my new subscribers, thank you. I love you guys for watching my videos. I don't have that many subscribers now and don't have that many viewers now, but someone's watching these videos. It's getting out some type of way. Someone's coming across my video and wants to see like what I'm talking about and stuff like that. And I really do appreciate you guys. I only want people on here that want to learn and don't want to be negative and, trying to get away from all the bullshit of the world, because that's what you're going to find on this page. I'm not a negative person. You will see me read some people into an early grave on here, but it's out of a place of clap back and never out of a place of me originating it. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys.
Settings.
Bye.
Stop recording.